That's right, Audi is trolling Tesla in real life. They're bringing the Audi e-tron, their all-electric SUV, to Tesla Superchargers. Now, this has been going on for a few days. There's different pictures and videos. I'm going to show it to you at different locations. But people are basically wondering, is this like a genius PR move or an incredibly and I don't mean to overwhelm you with the complicated industry terms, a stupid idea. And I'm going to tell you which one I think it is, but I'm also going to talk about what this could be a backlash of some. I'll just tell you right now. Elon was talking a little bit of e-tron about e-tron the other day, and so some people say that this could be kind of a backlash. Now Audi is saying that they have nothing to do with this. This is their dealerships that are doing it, but I say, unless their lawyers are as bad as lawyering as their marketing people at their marketing, there's got to be clause somewhere that's prohibiting, from franchise dealers from doing this. So we'll get to that, and also I'm going to tell you, and really, open letter to Audi, if you will, the three things that they should immediately stop doing, I think, and three things that they can start doing to actually win some hearts, because the e-tron is not a bad car, and especially not a bad SUV at all. Okay, let's talk about it all coming up next. Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there. That way you won't miss anything moving forward. All right, so let's talk about this. First of all, some people are saying that this is a bit of a payback to e-tron for Elon. Talking about e-tron during, I believe this was a shareholder meeting. So let me play a clip of that for you right now.
I don't want to pick on the e-tron, but it's there's room for improvement. So, e-tron. If you speak French, that's quite funny. Yeah. Resisting the temptation to pick on competitors, I will not do that.
All right, so burn. But even at that time, and I still think that this just was a bit of a cheap shot, and it doesn't really look good on him, I think. I much like that shirt, I thought also. But what do I know? I'm wearing a retro shirt that I bought at Amazon, so we'll call that even. But I not quite sure if this caused it or not. I just think this little war between Audi and Tesla may just be benefiting Audi a little bit more, especially if it's coming from Tesla's side. But here's what's happening. So let me show you some pictures because they've been appearing on Twitter here and there. So here's one. This is just an advertising at one of the, I think, German or Italian Supercharger locations. Here's a one that the e-tron is actually parked in the charging spot at the one of the, I think it's Italian Supercharger locations. Here's another one, and this one actually didn't even fit in between the parking lines at all. And here's one, and this is a video of e-tron, a demo car, blocking once again, or taking up a spot at the charging station. And I guess you don't have to be to drive a gas car to be a bit of a gas hole, but again, I'm not really sure if this is winning the hearts and minds of Tesla or any other drivers. So, but that happened. And here's one where Audi is literally camping out outside of a Tesla store. Okay, so is this a good idea? And let me know in the comment section if you disagree, and maybe I already give away my opinion on this, but I think it is a horrible idea. And again, I don't think this should be coming from Audi or Audi dealers. By the way, I'm also don't really understand why Audi dealers are doing this, because they don't really want to sell this car in the first place, and the ones that they do have should be already spoken for because of the reservation list. That's pretty full. Remember, they said they had over, I think, 20,000 already on the list. So no, let me put it differently here. If I was in Audi's shoes, let's say I take up a new career of selling ice cream off of a little ice cream truck of the neighborhoods. Okay, the last place I would drive that ice cream truck is to a Baskin-Robbins store's parking lot, right? Because people who are there already like Baskin Robbins and probably have an ice cream in their hand. So I would drive it. Well, by the way, this stock photo that I picked out, it has a pretty good idea. I would drive it to the beach because you can't build a Baskin Robbins on sand. And by the way, I think Audi's marketing department can also take some direction from this stock photo, because a beach is actually not a bad place to take Audi e-tron, because one of the things that Audi e-tron is better than any Tesla car is off-roading. Now, I test drove it myself when they invited me to do this in Spain, and they let us use and abuse this car for a while, and it has an amazing off-roading capability. Obviously, it's a real SUV that's built for that, and this is something that they actually might take it to the beach and showcase the amazing capabilities. Don't forget, this is a real SUV, and they've built it very, very well. Audi knows how to build SUVs. So learn something here. And now let me also, of course, with all of that said, kudos to Audi for trying and spending money, unlike many others who are not spending any money, whether or not they have an electric car or not. And of course, I use the Toyota picture here because they definitely do not. So kudos to Audi. Now, let me talk about 3 things that are just totally annoying me, because they are things that are doing that are just working against them, and there are 3 things that are not doing that actually could be good for them. Before that, a quick reminder about another all-electric SUV that's coming to the US and Europe, starting at only $45,000. That's before the incentives. The Byton M-Byte. I'm one of the reservation holders myself, along with 50,000 of other people. You should be as well. $0 down, about a minute of filling out the form, and it's yours. The reservation is yours. Go to the description of this video to get one right now. All right, so here's 3 things that Audi should just completely stop doing. Now, they're obviously spending money. This is their Super Bowl commercial, which I believe was worth millions and millions of dollars to air. And in that commercial, they're advertising they're an electric car. However, it's not the e-tron that's on the market right now. It is an e-tron GT, which I actually was lucky to drive around LA a few months ago, and there's a video on my channel about that. It's this car that's not even on the market, and you can't even put a reservation for it. Now, they've done it quite a few times. They put in different movies and different commercials. Here's one that's upcoming, Spider-Man. Again, what are you advertising? You're advertising a car that's on another market, not sure why, when you could be advertising the e-tron, so they should cut that out. I think they should also stop competing with Tesla. Stop going after Tesla drivers. You know, the e-tron is a great SUV, so go after SUV owners and people who want to buy SUV and sell them this great car. And if it happened to be an electric where people don't have to buy gas, well, that's another perk. I don't think too many Tesla owners would switch based on what the specs, the important specs are of Tesla cars versus Audi e-tron. And stop advertising stuff old school. I mean, putting this car in a movie and then having to add the sound because the movie producer said, well, no, it needs to have this, gas engine sound. Stop putting billboards all over San Francisco and other cities, because that's not how people buy cars anymore. This is just a different generation, and you should be going after a different generation. And this is another commercial that they had, which I think is actually only enforced the myths about electric cars. So they're just not in touch with the community. But let's talk about things that they should be doing, because I think that they actually can win minds and hearts here. And we're gonna start with, once again, the off-road experience that I had is a great confirmation of that, because this is a great SUV. Start selling it with best SUV features like off-roading capabilities. Even for an SUV, it looks really good. I mean, I think a lot of people love this slick look. They have, as you can see, so many different traction controls features there. So if you're going off-roading, it's really amazing. So start selling the SUV. Make the electric part kind of separate. Now, here's another picture that I took, and you see it in that video as well, is that, the interior. Audi, German engineering, they really know how to build good quality luxury interior, and that's what it is. Start advertising that. One of the bigger complaints from people who drive Teslas, even from them, is that the interior is very minimalist. Some people like it, but some people really miss their luxurious, well-built dashboards, and this is how you can sell it to them. And And I know my opinion is a bit biased, but start working with influencers. There's a ton of us who are part of this electric car community who don't mind actually bringing other type of electric cars into the community and showcasing it and saying, yeah, it's not as good as Tesla, but there are other things that you would find it useful, especially if you're looking for SUV, especially if you're looking for a luxury car. By the way, there are quite a few other features that it has that Audi just doesn't talk about. Like this little video that's I think 20 seconds that I took when I was driving it, that I think that had 100,000 views just on like LinkedIn and Instagram when I posted it, because it's such a rare thing. This is the first car to market in Europe, not allowed in the United States yet, that has the side mirror cameras. Now I don't think the execution of that feature is very good, and I already have a video about that, but the fact that it's there, advertise that. Tesla doesn't have that. So I think there are quite a few things they can do, and just don't go after Tesla owners. Go after just 99% of other car owners and car shoppers that you can actually win their minds and hearts. You know who won my mind and heart actually is Rich Lederer, because he became one of my new Patreons over the weekend. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and participating in our Feed a YouTuber program, only for $5 a month. Food, shelter, and video equipment for this guy right here. If you want to participate, go to the description of this video, go to patreon.com/e4electric. The link is there. But also, if you don't feel like spending your hard-earned money just yet on this dude, you can still get something for free, which is our bonus articles that we send out every Saturday, sometimes Sunday. Then just all you have to do is go to e4electric.com/VIP. That link is also in the description of this video. All right, what do you guys think? Desperate attempt, genius attempt, and if it's the first one, then what do you think? What do you think? How can Audi win your heart with their e-tron? Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.